Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08 and welcome to the 14th episode of my second 1 Billion Iron Ingot challenge. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing some upgrades around my base right here. And the first upgrade I'm going to be doing is I'm going to upgrade my Void Ore Miner by adding some speed to it. So let me actually just look at environmental tech because I forget what the block is called. It is the speed modifier. It is made with blocks of redstone, 2 mica blocks, a null modifier block, and a rhodium crystal, and a this crystal. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. And you get these crystals from the Void Ore Miner. You also get the rhodium from any Void Ore Miner. So we should have everything ready for that. I have a few extra of these crystals. I definitely have a decent amount of rhodium at this point. I also have lots of mica, so that's good. I'm going to grab 2 of these right now. Looks like I need some more redstone blocks, but that's not a big deal. I have lots of redstone here. Let's go ahead and make 64 blocks because that's not a big deal. So let's make a couple, or actually one more speed modifier. I have already installed 2 speed modifiers off camera, but just so you guys can see exactly how this is done. This is a pretty simple process, to be honest. We're just digging out the null modifier blocks and replacing them with the speed modifier blocks. And that will speed up my Void Ore Miner considerably. It will also make it draw more power, but we can deal with that pretty easily since the reactor is right there, and we can just adjust the reactor as I need. So that is not a big deal at all. So we're almost there. Let's run. Unfortunately, we can't run super fast, but whatever. Okay, after this, I would like to see if I can't make a phytogenic isolator. And I want to upgrade some of my machines up in my main base. So a phytogenic isolator, as I show later. Okay, so I shouldn't have done that quite yet. What I should do is, if we right click on the Void Ore Miner block, nope, there it goes. Right now it takes 1479 RF per tick. If we replace these null modifier blocks, it will actually tell us what the new value is. So that is very useful to have. Okay, 3619. That is quite a lot. So we're going to have to pull these control rods out quite a bit. 3619. Okay, so that should be good. Actually, that might be a little more than I would have liked. Okay, I think that will do because this doesn't use very much power. This does use quite a bit of power, but we still have enough power, so that's cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run upstairs, and I'll do that off camera. Once I'm back to my main base, I will be right back. Okay, I am back in my main base, and the next project I would like to do is I would like to make a phytogenic isolator. The reason why I want to do this is because I need a source of blaze powder, and I don't have a mob spawner up and running yet, so there are very few options that I have available to me right now, but one of them are cinder pearls. Now, cinder pearls can be found in the desert, like around here. I do have a few of them in my inventory. So if we use a phytogenic isolator with fluxed phytogrow, we can actually get blaze powder from these cinder pearls. So that's the route I'm going to do take to try to get blaze powder. So let's go ahead and make a phytogenic isolator. It looks like I am going to need to make some lumium. So let's get that cooking up. Lumium is pretty simple here. At least it's not too bad. Alloying wise, it is 310, a silver, and one of the glowstone. So let's do 10 silver. We'll need 10 silver ingots if I do this ratio. And then, oh, do I not have these blocks right here? So I think if I do, I think this is the right ratio. I'm not 100% positive on this, but I think this is the right ratio. I can go ahead and use this system over here to melt this down pretty quickly. I won't be able to throw all the ingots in there at first, but I think silver melts up extremely fast, and so does tin, apparently. So that is good to know. And then what I need to do is I need to grab my ingot cast. Let's swap this out. Let's throw the gem cast in here, and then we should have some lumium in here, and yes. So my ratios were definitely off here. Oh, no, they're not. Hang on. That's because this glowstone is not completely melted down yet. Let's start casting this lumium. And I'm not sure what the timer I should use on this is, so let's take a second to figure this out. It looks like something around 120. Let's try 120. Okay, so Moment of Truth. That seems to be pretty good. It's not perfect, but it seems to be pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in. 120. Boom. So I have 4 now. That's all I need for the time being. Let's grab this stuff. And go back to my base. Let's get rid of that. Let's make our lumium gear that I need. And then I need a machine frame, I believe. So let's go back to the phytogenic isolator. Do I have any of these gears? You know what? Let's just go ahead and make a stack of these bad boys. Since I'm not real low on resources anymore, I have plenty of stuff. Might as well make a bunch of them. And then I can make a phytogenic isolator. The phytogenic isolator requires water to run. So I'm going to put it right here because I already have an access point for water. So obviously that will be really, really nice to have. We can do input from the right. And then let's see. We'll have to run power from the bottom, but that won't be a big deal. We can just run flux duct over there. So let's get that going. And we just have regular leadstone flux duct up here, so that's not a big deal. There we go. So we have power, we have water. The next thing we need is some sort of fertilizer. Actually, we don't need any sort of fertilizer. We need the best fertilizer. Now, there are 3 different fertilizers that you can use in the phytogenic isolator. And let's actually just go back to this. There is the phytogrow, there is the rich phytogrow, and then there is the flexed phytogrow. Okay, so that zombie thing is annoying, so I'm just going to go ahead and kill him. Okay. Thank you, dude, for being quiet now. So what we actually need to get Blaze Powder, Blaze Powder is the Flexed Phytogrow, which means we need to make the Rich Phytogrow because you make Rich Phytogrow and then you throw in an Energetic Infuser to get the Flexed Phytogrow. So the Rich Phytogrow is, there are several recipes right here. We will probably be using this recipe right here. So let's see, do I have Rich Slag? I don't really think I do. It's not too hard to get. Let's Cinnabar with, I do have a little bit of Cinnabar, so let's see if we can't do Cinnabar with something like Ardite. Okay, so do I have a stack of Cinnabar? I do. Fantastic, so that'll work well. While that's going, we can work on some other stuff here. So we need nitrite powder, or what is it? Let me go back to Phytogrow. We need niter. So we can get that by pulverizing some smooth red sandstone, I think. So we do have some of that, so we can just go ahead and pulverize this. And you know what? I don't use sandstone for anything else. So let's also do a stack of sandstone. There's no reason not to. I have... Oh, yeah. And what I'm doing with this is I'm making silicon. I was doing this off camera. Might as well just go ahead and finish that process. So far we got a little niter. That's cool. And then we're going to need to pulverize some charcoal as well. Totally forgot about that. So what we can do is we can just replace that and get our charcoal powder that way. Let's go ahead and throw our sandstone over here. We should slowly but surely get some niter here. It doesn't require that much to make some phytogrow, so if we look at the recipe, it's something like a... If we use this recipe, it's 1:16 ratios. Okay, so I have a little niter there. We'll have a little pulverized charcoal here. And then over here, we should be getting some rich slag. Fantastic. So it's not too expensive to make this stuff. And we can go ahead and get that going. Let's throw our second capacitor in here for right now. and then that'll be cooking up. One thing I do want to do to this phytogenic isolator is to add an augment to it. There's a specific augment I want to add. Let me see if I can't find it. It's this one right here, the monoculture cycle augment. So we're going to need some nickel plates, which means I need a hammer, and then I need some nickel ingots. If I can spell, my goodness. I only need 2, so let's do that. What else do I need? I need a conducted soil, I need the flex phytogrow, and then I need a signalum gear. I do have signalum gears. Okay, so we should have a little bit of flex phytogrow back here. And then there's our augment, but we cannot install the augment until we upgrade the machine. So let's go ahead and make a machine upgrade. And that is right here. I don't know if I have bronze, to be honest. Looks like I do. I have at least a little. So what we can do is we can run over here. We can go ahead and install this augment. And what this augment does, it says non-fertilizer inputs are not consumed. So our cinder pearls that we're going to be using will not be consumed, which is fantastic. So let's grab some flex phytogrow here. Let's grab some cinder pearls. And to be honest, I should only need 1. But I'm going to grab more just in case. Okay, so let's actually look at the recipe here. For the cinder pearl, this should be the recipe. 1 flex phytogrow, 1 cinder pearl equals 1 blaze powder, and you get another cinder pearl back. So typically you would use up your cinder pearl, but with the augment, it should not use the cinder pearl, so I should just accumulate additional cinder pearls by doing this recipe. So let's see if that's the case. And this is either slow or I'm missing something. I wonder if I'm... Okay, it's just really, really slow. Look at that. Progress 7%, 8%, 9%. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and upgrade this machine even more because I want to speed it up because that is ridiculously slow. That's like crawling slow. So we can speed it up with some more augments, but then we have to also upgrade the machine. Let's go ahead and do that anyways. It'll be a little bit expensive, but I plan to upgrade most of my machines over here anyways. So let's see what we can do. I'm kind of stuck on this. So let's go ahead and... Each time you upgrade the machine, it does speed it up a little bit. As you can see now, it should be able to use 40 RF per tick versus it was only using 30. But we can add some augments to speed it up even further, or add 1 augment to speed it up even further. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I can't spell augment. And it should be an additional auxiliary reception coil is the augment. It's pretty simple to make, just some gold and redstone essentially. And then that should allow it to use 80 RF per tick, which should speed it up a decent amount. It's still really slow. My goodness, that's slow. Okay, so while that's working and going super, super slow, I want to add another machine, and that would be a glacial precipitator. And that is so I can make snowballs so that I can make the signalum upgrade for these machines. So let's go ahead and see if we can't do that. I don't have... Let's go ahead and make a lot of these reception coils. I know I'm going to use them at some point, so it's not a waste at all. And then let's go ahead and make a bunch of machine frames as well. Once again, I'll use all that stuff in the future. Maybe not right now, but whatever. So let's grab... we're going to need a source of water again, because glacial precipitator, what it does is it just freezes water into snowballs, and I think ice, and maybe snow, packed snow. I'm not sure what all it makes, but it makes stuff out of water. So let's grab some fluid duct, and let's see how we can do this. Do I have flex duct? I do. We're going to need a cover as well. So let's grab... Do I have any structural duct? I do. Let's grab some wood so I can make a cover, or a few covers rather. because we're going to need those, because I'm going to have to tear out this wall right here, because I need to run the water in the back, I think. So let's see, can I reach that? I think I can. And then we can run the water up to the back of the glacial precipitator here. Insert in the back, there's our water, and then we can make snowballs, snow, or ice, or snow, or packed ice. Okay, so we can make a few more things than I really thought. It's obviously nice to know. Okay, so I do want to make snowballs, so we'll just leave that there. Let's go ahead and output to the top here. We'll put some sort of storage up there, and then we'll also output this guy to the top, and we'll also do storage up there. So let's get a couple chests of some sort. We'll make them iron chests so that they don't combine their inventory. Let's get some iron here, because if I were to do regular chests, they would become one big chest and then have double inventory, and I don't really want that. So we can do that. We'll have snowballs up here, and the reason why I want snowballs is if we look at the Signalum upgrade here, which is right here, to make cryothium dust, we need Blizz powder and snowballs. Obviously, I need the snowballs, so the glacial precipitator gives us snowballs, but to make Blizz powder, one way you can do it is you can take snowballs and insert liquid XP or essence of knowledge or any of that. So we actually have solidified experience, so we can go ahead and make some Blizz powder out of this. So let's grab some solidified experience if I have any. I have a little bit. And let's try to do a little math in my head. How much does it take to make a Blizz powder? That's the first thing I really need to know here. So it's 200. So I could do a 5-to-4 ratio here for every 5 solidified experience, because each one gives me 160 millibuckets, so 5 gives me 800 millibuckets. If I need 4 Blizz powder, I use 4 snowballs to 5 solidified experience. That's our ratio. So let's grab some snowballs here, and this will quickly fill up. But what we need to do is drop the snowballs in the transposer, drop the experience in the magma crucible, and then off that goes. And then very quickly we should... Oh wait, did I get the... Okay, it'll be 8-to-5 is the ratio. I didn't realize it used 2 snowballs. So that was my dumb mistake. Let's fix that. There we go. So we just need to double the snowballs, and then we're good to go. And then we'll have Blizz powder over here, which means we will be able to make Signalum upgrade soon, which is exactly what I want to do. So let's go ahead and grab a bunch of snowballs. Actually, let's go ahead and put this cover down. That way we can get rid of it. We'll need the sand. I don't think we'll need any of this other stuff. In fact, let's get rid of the sand as well, because I just want to fill my inventory with snowballs. There we go. So now I think we can get rid of all that stuff. Let's grab a buttload of snowballs. And we do have some Blizz powder here. It has not used the Cinder Pearl, which is fantastic. Which means I can just kind of have this running passively almost all the time, because this Flexed Phytogro is not really expensive, which is nice. So let's throw the snow and Blizz powder in here, and let's make a Signalum upgrade if we can. Whoops. Let's punch that in, and then Blizz powder. There's some cryothium dust. That's nice to have, obviously. So then we should be able to make this. Fantastic. So let's go over here and let's apply this. So now we have three upgrades on this. Let's do the last and final upgrade. Last and final. That's funny. So anyways, let's do the Enderium upgrade while we're here, because that is the final step. And let's actually just look up upgrade, because that's not what it's called. Resonant upgrade kit. So we'll need aluminum gear. That won't be a problem because we have some aluminum over here, because my handy dandy automation of the smeltery should have a decent amount of aluminum. And it looks like I got all my ratios right, as the smeltery is completely empty now. So let's see here. Drop this in. Aluminum gear. And then we'll need some blazing pyrotheum, or pyrotheum dust rather. And that's a pretty simple recipe. It's blaze powder, redstone, and sulfur. I'm getting the blaze powder from the system I set up earlier, which was, I knew I needed the blaze powder, so that's why I did that. So let's grab some pyrotheum dust, and then we can go ahead and make this resonant upgrade kit. And then as a final thing, let's throw in a couple of more augments here to speed that up even further. And once again, it's just a bunch of gold and redstone, because this is 1 gold and 2 redstone as well. So that is pretty simple. Okay, so this will use quite a bit of power. I need to watch it, to be honest. Although the energy cell down here that powers this can only intake 300 RF per tick, so it shouldn't. It might starve the phytogenic isolator of power, but it won't starve this other stuff of power, I don't think. So we should be alright. So anyways, I think what I'm going to do between episodes is I'm going to upgrade these 3 machines right here all the way to the resonance level, like I just did the phytogenic isolator. And that's because as I upgrade my void ore miners in the basement, I will need these machines to get faster. Currently they are fast enough even in their most basic form, but pretty soon they will not be, so I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. It's literally the same process as I did with phytogenic isolator. Instead of having this monoculture augment or this monoculture cycle augment, I will probably just eventually have just 4 auxiliary reception coils in each of the machines. But that's that's the only difference. So in today's episode, I upgraded my void ore miner in the basement by adding a couple speed modifiers, and then I came up here, I added these 2 machines right here, which gives me snowballs and blaze powder, which the blaze powder will definitely be super nice to have, and the snowballs are also pretty nice to have. And they allow me to build the signalum upgrade kit and then the resonant upgrade kit, which allows my machines to run faster and more efficiently. So that's pretty awesome. Anyways, if you liked today's episode, definitely give it a like. If you enjoy watching automation in modern Minecraft, definitely consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.